Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at PickDogs.com. It is 6:16 Eastern Standard Time. I think we're currently 4-2 on the day with games pending. But what I wanted to talk about, because we have a lot of clients that watch these videos, all of the paid clients that are all access members, and all of the clients that go online to PickDogs. Look, you are the most transparent handicapper in the business. If you go 2-6, it's posted you go 2-6. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is the nature of gamblers not understanding variance. Now, if you're a trader, like our good friend Brett, he's a trader. He trades crypto. I have traders that trade stocks. I know you play around in the market. I play around in the market. We all understand that the stock market is not going to go up every single day. As a matter of fact, I believe since election day, the market is now where it was pre-election day, showing you that there's variance. The market
Well,
shot.
but it's not just that. I think they understand you don't win every day, but I think another misapprehension for gamblers is they think you're going to be in this 45 to 60% channel all the time.
Right.
Right? Like okay, he'll only go. If he has a bad week, it'll be 9 and 11, right? It's like they don't understand the channel isn't this tight 45 to 60% window. I mean, like you can have a week where you go 33%, you can have a week where you go 67%.
Well, it was interesting because I was listening to a commentator on CNBC, and he was saying that no matter how well the stock market has done, we'll just use the S&P 500 as an example on an annual basis. Let's say last year was a great year that I think it was up 25%. At some point last year, there was a 5% drawdown before you actually had the 25%. So,
and that's nothing. Like 5% drawdown is nothing.
right, and they panicked, blood on the street, right? So he was basically saying, no matter how well the year is, you know that you can have a 10 or 20% drawdown, and it's just part of the overall zooming out process, which is why people that try to day trade in the stock market versus people that dollar cost average long term usually lose money because their emotions get the best of them. Obviously, yesterday, I can't remember a day where you went 2-6. It's posted, it's documented. I had clients text me, all good clients, because these are the high net worth clients that understand the variance. And I asked you today, funny, before we started this video, did you get any, Slack comments? I love your tweet that you responded. My handicapping is identically the same through winning and losing stretches. I cannot be better. My handicapping process is pretty sound. Randomness and variances are two concepts gamblers need to understand. But maybe if I go outside to shoot 100 free throws, Utah State will also make its shots today? Question mark. So what I want to ask you before we get into the
Well,
compliments.
they have to understand the guy said to me, he says, "You need to be better, bro."
Exactly.
It's like my handicapping process is the same. It's the same whether it's November 21st, whether it's January 6th, or whether it's March 7th.
So
It's
I
the
wanted you
same
to answer.
process, and the games are going to be, I mean, over the long term, if your handicapping process is sound, you're probably going to win more than you lose. But what days I'm going to win and what days I'm going to lose, who the hell knows?
Well, so here's my question that I want you to clarify for me in this tweet. I'm going to act like I don't know the answer. What would you say to a layman sports bettor watching this video is the difference between randomness and variance? Since you said randomness and variance are two concepts gamblers need to understand.
Okay, let's just say, a really good handicapper is going to hit 54, 55, 56%, right? Like
Got
someone
it.
who's really, really good at handicapping. So variance just means there's going to be good days and bad days. And how to explain randomness? Well, randomness also is just,
Like there's a book I read, Fooled by Randomness, The
yeah, I
Black
mean, it's
Swan, but I don't know if that's appropriate to sports betting.
it's just that the pattern of wins and losses is completely random,
Random.
right?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I
why
don't
the
know how.
concept of
I'm not good at explaining or
well, that's
defining.
why I would say, because that's why I have always told clients that this is an illusion of a streak. When somebody says I'm on a
Oh,
winning
100%.
streak, this is random. There's 10 individual events that won in separate geographic locations that the client is then trying to intertwine together like they have meaning. Now, I will say on a 3-game baseball series, maybe not. Maybe on a back-to-back NBA scenario, maybe not.
Well, no, but it's like you think of it this way: Steph Curry might shoot 90% from the free throw line, but I was watching a game the other day where he missed both two in a row. Like it's just randomness.
Right, exactly.
Like he's going to miss 8 out of 100, but that doesn't mean that two of them can't come back to back or three of them can't come back to back to back. That's just the way it is.
Well, so I was telling a client, I said, from January 1st, and I know you don't track the units the way I do. From January 1st up to Monday of this, up to Sunday of last week, you had 7 winning weeks, 2 losing weeks, and you were up 172 units if you followed the unit system. And then you had a little work, and this week is not over because we have the remaining of Saturday and the remaining of Sunday. I keep the records from Monday to Sunday. And so I said and then last week you had a 34 unit winning week, which was on last Monday's recap video. And I said, so when a client texts me and he's like, "Oh my God," I'm like, well, you weren't oh my Godding last week on 34 units, and you're in the middle of this week. And this goes back to the money management aspect.
I mean, look, Eric, losing sucks.
Of course.
I mean, it just sucks. I hate to lose. Everyone hates to lose.
But you don't wake up in the morning or admit you don't say, "Oh, I went 2-6 and I got to chase." You're just completely.
Oh no. Yeah, but like at the start of this, when you were, I forget what you said, but you said like, what would you say to like the one thing I think you would say to a beginner gambler is expect to have losing days. Like you need to understand they are part of it. If someone can't grasp that, then they shouldn't be gambling. Because it's out of the 365 days, you're going to lose hundreds of games. So, it's just But
I like to talk about this because in the world that we live in, and I know you're not in it on social media where everybody just brags about winning days. And look, I am a braggart at heart. When you're doing well, I'm the first guy coming out here cheerleading. But it's important for the serious investor that's looking to not worry about the individual day, but zoom out and say, "Oh, I'm up 172 units going into."
Well, the other thing that I think a lot of people have a tough time with when you talk about Twitter and winning days, and
you only see winners. Everybody's a winner. I could quit my job tomorrow.
That's not what I'm getting at. So let's say a really good handicapper is going to go 550 and 450 over 1,000 plays.
Right.
And the average pedestrian, I'm not going to say bad, but just the average person is going to go 500 and 500. Right? That's 99% of the people. They're going to go 500 and 500.
Right.
You're never going to appreciate the difference between a really amazing handicapper and the average person in a day, a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It takes a year before you'll be able to see the difference between going 550 and 450 and going 500 and 500.
Absolutely.
And so when someone, that's why people shouldn't give a shit when they see someone saying like, "I'm a red hot 24-6 my last 30. I mean, I know we say that because, like that's selling and all that. But when you're trying to choose a handicapper, much like when you're trying to invest, like, do I want to own a Vanguard fund?
Right, exactly.
You're probably best advised to look at 5 to 10 year returns.
Exactly. So with that being said, I wanted to do the little psychology session, show the guys the real deal, the other side of this business. And I know you got a complimentary selection for March 9th, Sunday. And then we're a week away. You're watching this video on Sunday from the brackets dropping next Sunday.
Yeah, maybe this will kind of illustrate some of our, randomness, variance, whatever you want to say. We're going to look at the Washington-Oregon matchup. So the Oregon Ducks have won their last 6 games in a row. They've covered their last 4 games in a row. Conversely, Washington has lost their last 5 games in a row. They have failed to cover the spread in their last 3. A lot of people are going to look at the short-term patterns of wins and losses. And the knee-jerk reaction would be to take the Oregon Ducks. Oh my God, they've won 6 in a row. They've covered their last 4. The other team is on a 5-game losing streak. They're 0-3 ATS. But in college basketball, when you get a team that has dropped 5 in a row and failed to cover its last three against an opponent that has won 5 in a row and has covered their last three, would you believe the team that's ice cold has cashed 59.9% over 35 years?
There, I would believe it.
Yeah. I mean, so that's just like people overreact to short-term stuff.
So what? So what? Just to clarify, what is the complimentary selection?
Oh, it's the Washington Huskies, the ice cold team.
The ice cold team, Washington Huskies. I'm assuming they're
Plus 6.5. Yeah. And that doesn't mean it's a lock. No, it's 59.9%. They can lose too. I mean, it's, but
Exactly.
it's just, I'm just trying to like educate people as we do these videos and to,
exactly. So hopefully
when they look at these very short-term streaks, just think, hey, maybe it's just randomness.
Exactly. And you guys don't want to be fooled by randomness. Washington Huskies plus the 6.5. We hope you enjoyed this heart to heart. This is the psychology of wagering. I say all my other videos, the biggest opponent to you is not picking winners. It's that thing between your left ear and your right ear. It's called your brain.
We've got March Madness coming up with the tournament, so maybe we'll run a special.
So stay tuned, guys. Maybe we'll be dropping a special very shortly. And as always, good day and good luck.